Oaxaca, Mexico is one of the most vibrant and unique places in the world. In this episode, I tour thin, crowded streets, craft markets, ancient ruins, and ancient communication devices. An actual working, I think, payphone. Wow. I went to Oaxaca with an open mind, but I didn't do a lot of research about where to go beforehand. I chose my hostel with a tip from a fellow bunkmate who told me there was a place with a 9.8 rating. Needless to say, I was a bit skeptical as hostels rarely get more than 9.3, but I decided to book it. Hostal Central costs $23 a night, which is on the pricey side for a Mexican hostel. Tonight is pizza night, and I'm getting to meet many of the guests and volunteers working here. I'm having a pretty good time. This hostel has a terrace that I had no clue about, and this is the view. I'm a sucker for a good sunset view on a rooftop terrace. If you know places that have them, please tell me about them in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe. My hostel was right by downtown Oaxaca, which is bustling and vibrant. I found Oaxaca, however, to be a little less walkable than I would have liked, especially compared with Puebla. Remember the balance beam in elementary school? That's what walking this sidewalk felt like. I guess it is walkable. Large pedestrian spaces such as this one are crowded with eager people spilling out into the streets, so the city might want to consider making some more walk-only streets. Because the demand is clearly here, as you can see. Just as a side note, I am a sucker for walk-only streets. In fact, when I found one here in Oaxaca, I had this reaction. And now I've found the walking street. Yes! That is very nerdy indeed. The next day I hopped on a tour bus to a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a place I had never heard of prior to coming to Oaxaca, Monte Alban. This guy's the tour guide. He's very long-winded, so I'll give you the Cliff Notes version of what he told us. This is a drawing of the archaeological site. It was first inhabited by the Zapotec civilization in 500 BC. The city was a political, economic, and religious center for over 1,000 years. The Zapotecs built a complex system of terraces, plazas, and pyramids on the mountain, and it gives a really spectacular view. Wow, this is impressive. While there are many unsolved mysteries about Zapotec civilization, one thing is absolutely clear. They loved stairs. Stairs are all over this complex, and my body is not prepared for it. I also wasn't prepared to be blown away like I was by this courtyard. The next courtyard was even better than the last one. For a view this spectacular, I can't believe I've never heard of this place. Prior to this trip to Mexico, I'd never heard of Monte Alban. And this view is pretty incredible. And I've heard a million things about Machu Picchu, but definitely you might want to put this on your travel list. If you haven't heard of it, definitely look it up and come here. It's awesome. There's a lot to love about Monte Alban, but out of all the views on the tour, this one's my favorite. The layout of the complex actually reminds me of a modern place I visited in Taiwan a few years ago, the Foguangshan Buddha Memorial Complex. At its height, Monte Alban may have had as many as 17,500 people. And the site was occupied for more than 1,000 years and may have lasted as late as 900 or 1000 AD. As you can probably tell, I'm doing a masterful job on these stairs. Maybe I'm not in as good a shape as I thought I was. Whew. Those stairs took a lot out of me. But my impression of this place is that it's definitely underrated. There's nothing superlative. There's no best or biggest about anything in particular about here in Monte Alban, but it's got the whole package. It's got this impressive set of ruins. It has a gorgeous mountain view, gorgeous landscape. Really, honestly, like it's definitely up there. One of the coolest old ruins places I've ever visited. The next leg of our journey was a visit to this really cool craft market. We got to watch the artisans while they worked, and I was really impressed by how little they seemed to be bothered while they were painting or carving. If you've never done a tour like this in Mexico, let me tell you, they are very generous with the free samples.
Woo! Gracias.
And we finished our tour with a stop at the Mezcal Distillery. Mezcal is made from the agave plant, so it's like tequila, but legally it can only be called tequila if grown in a certain region. You can definitely smell it fermenting for sure. We got a little taste of how the distillation process worked, but really I was looking to get another taste of mezcal. And so were my fellow tour friends. Shots of mezcal, a craft market, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and a buffet meal. I got all of this on a tour for only $18 US. Really, for that price, I wouldn't complain one bit. Muy cerca. Así. Woo! Yeah, it's strong. I'm sad I'm gonna have to say goodbye to Hostal Central. I love this place. Beautiful people, wonderful food. It's gonna be missed for sure. The best measure of a successful vacation is when you're sad to leave. And by that measure, this definitely was a successful trip. I love Oaxaca, and I know you will too. If you like my video, please like and subscribe, and have a great day.